Hi there, I'm Rob Stewart, and thank you for joining us for this presentation of John Denver's Rocky Mountain High, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the iconic title track from his 1972 album. You're in for a treat with this amazing concert film, recorded live in 1974 at Colorado's Red Rocks Amphitheater. And as part of today's presentation, I'm so excited to tell you that PBSKVIE has invited nationally touring performer JimCurry to bring his incredible John Denver tribute show to Sacramento to continue sharing the legacy of this legendary musician. On your screen right now, you can see the ticket information for the upcoming concert in September, which also includes a meet and greet opportunity with Jim before the show if you contribute at that level. PBSKVIE has great seats available for you to enjoy this concert. You can support PBSKVIE today with a generous donation, and we'd be happy to thank you with tickets to this matinee tribute performance celebrating the music and spirit of John Denver. Call or text the number on your screen or visit kvie.org/support to make your donation during the program. Stay with us. JimCurry will be here in the studio to talk about the upcoming performance, and we'll explore the impact of John Denver's music over the years. And now, sit back and let yourself go where the music takes you. John Denver's Rocky Mountain High starts now.
You're watching John Denver's Rocky Mountain High on PBSKVIE. And when you make a generous contribution in support of the programs on this station, we can thank you with access to exciting event experiences in our region. Join us on Sunday, September 10th at the Crest Theater in Sacramento for a special 3 p.m. matinee performance of Take Me Home, the music of John Denver, starring JimCurry. Experience the wide-ranging catalog of music throughout John Denver's career, from the hidden gems to the well-known classics performed by the nationally touring JimCurry. Contribute $120 to PBSKVIE today, and you'll receive 2 tickets to this tribute concert showcasing the music of the legendary John Denver. Or increase your donation to $150, and you'll receive 2 tickets to the show with prime seating. Plus, you'll be invited to a meet and greet with JimCurry before the show begins. This meet and greet will include a photo opportunity and Q&A with Jim to learn more about his musical journey performing the music of John Denver across the country. Reach out to the number on your screen to make your donation during today's program. Call, text, or contribute online now and go beyond the broadcast with KVIE, your PBS station. Relive the music of John Denver through this incredible tribute coming to Sacramento this September. And thanks.
A day just like today.
What an incredible show this will be for you and all the fans of John Denver in this region. We know there are very many. And to talk with us about the concert experience is the star of the show, JimCurry, here at PBSKVIE. Jim, great to see you.
Great to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a fantastic show and opportunity, but I want to start with real quick the music of John Denver. So enduring. It just, the spirit stays on. Talk to me about that.
I think his music is written, from that common man. He connected so well with humanity and life experiences through his own, but we rarely connect to that. And I think that spans generation after generation after generation, and it's proven to do that over all these years.
It's timeless.
Yes.
It's very heartfelt, and it truly connects in a way that takes you back, but is present day. That's what I also like about your concert and your experience. Let me be clear. This is not a John Denver impersonation.
Oh, no.
You are your own artist,
right.
Beyond talented. I was listening to you earlier today, blew me away.
Well, thank you.
And talk to me about that difference.
I think there's a huge difference between a tribute to music and an impersonation of an artist. John Denver sang Beatles songs. Mm-hmm. You don't label him as a Beatle impersonator. You know, he was singing a song that connected with him, that he loved. And I feel like I take this show the same way. I've always felt that way. I've always felt I as a individual, want to sing with my own voice and my own emotions, connecting to the music, no different than any artist ever has, that no matter how famous they are, they're presenting a song that they love, and I think I do the same. And so I consider it a tribute to the music of John, not an impersonation of John.
I love that because it really is your performance.
Yes,
I have to also ask you about your journey with the music of John Denver and why it's so special here.
I was a fan ever since junior high. And listening to all those albums, I'd go out and buy the album as soon as it hit the market. I'd sit in my room and then learn how to play the songs on my guitar. I was never really out there in the public with that, but as people started hearing me through campfire singing and that type of thing, someone would say, "Oh, you sound like John Denver." And so that was how it sort of began, but it wasn't until after he passed away that CBS was making the movie. And people have told me that so many years that I called CBS to find out if they were looking for someone that sounded like him. They said yes. I sent them a recording, and later that year I'm recording in the studio at CBS the voiceovers for the John Denver movie.
Wow.
And that gave me the confidence, you know, to kind of take that, and together with John Denver's band members, our first show was like in 2000. Outdoor concert, John Denver's band. It was surreal.
Same location as the location that we've been watching in this program.
Oh, no, it wasn't. Not then. Not in the beginning.
But that did happen
But
eventually?
that did happen. That did happen. You know, so having this confidence to do a tribute show and having it go so well with John's band, we never rehearsed. We got together on a Friday night, went through a few notes. Saturday we did a 3-hour concert.
Ooh, I can't wait to hear
no
more about
rehearsals.
That. That's
Yeah.
exciting because
Yeah.
I've got a lot of questions based on that right there. It is such a pleasure to have you here in our program, Jim. We are going to keep the conversation going in just a minute, but now it's your time to come on board as a member with us and support this and other quality programs that you find here at PBSKVIE. The number is on your screen if you'd like to call or text. You can also visit us online to donate. It's quick and easy to do, and if you'd like, we can send you tickets to the upcoming tribute performance with JimCurry celebrating the music of John Denver at the Crest Theater. Please call now, and thanks.
There's a storm across the valley, clouds are rolling in. The afternoon is heavy on your shoulders. There's a truck out on the 4-lane, a mile or more away.
We are back with the man of the hour, JimCurry, who has been touring nationally with his John Denver tribute performances for decades. And Jim, thanks. We are so glad you're here, and we're just thrilled to have you. Thanks again for being here. I got to jump back to that last conversation we were having in case you missed it. We were talking about your first live performance with John Denver's band. What was their reaction?
Oh, you know, it was pretty amazing because we had no rehearsal. We just came together, we did a show for 3 hours, and it all just fit together. And so that gave us all the confidence that, okay, this is going to work. And over all these years, I've performed with so many of the people that were part of John's career, from those early band members, the Kingston Trio, Chad Mitchell Trio. I've been on stage with all these people that have been part of John's life, and doing symphony shows with Lee Holdridge conducting. You know, these are all people that were important in John's life, and it really puts another connection. And I think they embraced it because I'm not an impersonator.
Mm-hmm. I love that. I love that. Can you tell us about the special experience that you are planning for the Crest?
Yes, you know, the Crest is beautiful. We're going to be doing a full band. One of the band members will be someone who worked with John, our percussionist, and so he'll be there. I do a full synchronized projection on the large screen that ties in with every song. And John did that in the mid-'70s with his show. He wanted to bring the outside world in for his shows with the environmental issues that he was singing about, and bring the world of nature inside.
Yeah, that's what we're seeing in this show.
And so that we're doing that, and it's a lot of the great hits. People will sing along. You know, it's a very immersive kind of a concert. You know, you have the live music, the images of video. Some of those videos are actually John's original videos that he was using in those shows. So we're sharing that as well.
Do you tell stories?
Oh, of course. You know, working with so many different people that knew John personally, we have some really good insights to John's thought process in some of the songs, his intent, you know, why he wrote things. And so those stories really are something we share. Plus, I think for me, because this is such a personal connection to the music, I share a lot of stories that how the songs connected to me as well.
I do want to tell you this, Jim, because I am a student of music. I'm obsessed with all types of music. And when I watched your performance, you have your own unique spirit in your performance that really transcends time and blew me away. I will be there and hopefully on the front row. I will pay whatever it costs, all right? Thank you so much for being here with us. Lots more to come from you, Jim, as we celebrate the incredible musical legacy of the one and only John Denver. Now is your time to visit us online and make a call to the number on your screen to show your support for PBSKVIE and this historic film celebrating 50 years of Rocky Mountain High. Our goal is to pack the Crest Theater. It's a great place. You'll have plenty of room for Jim's matinee performance. We want to see you there. It's going to be a great way to spend a Sunday in September. Let's replicate the incredible spirit and energy that we're seeing in today's concert special, as only Jim can do. Now let's head back to the show. What a fantastic concert this will be in tribute to the music of John Denver, just as you're seeing in today's program. Hi there, I'm Rob Stewart with PBSKVIE, and your membership contribution today helps support the quality programming that you depend on. From performing arts specials to masterpiece, dramas, Antiques Roadshow, to incredible films from Ken Burns, his documentaries. It's all here for you on your PBS station. For over 60 years, PBSKVIE has provided a service for our community through educational programming for children and lifelong learners, telling the stories of our unique region here in Northern California. And it's all made possible when you choose to give and support the mission, helping to keep PBSKVIE strong for the future. The tickets available during today's broadcast we offer you, with our thanks, are so generously given for your support to us. So please take a moment right now to pick up the phone and visit us online and make a donation to PBSKVIE, and then go beyond the broadcast with us to celebrate the enduring music of John Denver with JimCurry's incredible tribute. Thanks for being here.
Our pleasure.
Great to see you, Jim. So I want to start off with the concert, you know, we're seeing the historic concert from 1974. Every song got a standing ovation. That's huge. Voice of a generation, and you played the same venue.
Yes, yes. You know, the Red Rocks was probably one of John's favorite venues. He'd been there at least 16 times, maybe, over his career. And it's stunning, you know, that I got to play there, perform there in 2012, and I had a lot of John's guys with me. I had Lee Holdridge there. You know, it was a big stage, big band, and we did all those hits, singing right there in that spot.
Wow.
You know, and it's a phenomenal thing to be in that kind of an arena, you know, with a huge audience and outdoors. It's the perfect scenario for John Denver music, is to be outdoors. You know, that's why he loved it so much, I think. But having John's band members from his later years are the only ones that were around at the time. I had John Summers there, who wrote "Thank God I'm a Country Boy," and Steve Weisberg. You know, he was one of the earlier middle band members. But some of the younger guys, Steve and John had been there before, but some of the later band members that toured with John, they had never played Red Rocks with John. And so this was their bucket list. So coming to my show and being there with the John Denver show and having them on stage was a huge thing for them. So it was a thrill, you know, there's no other way to say it.
What an honor. You know, there's so many, the collection of songs is so vast, as well as your own songs. How do you pick the songs for the concert that you're going to do here?
Yes, you know, John had recorded over 200 some songs, and it gives us a big library of stuff to pick from. We always cover the hits. You know, people want to sing along, and so we're definitely doing the hits so you can sing along.
There's a lot of hits.
There's a lot of hits. They all weren't #1 hits, but they were definitely popular. So we do all of those. We do some rare songs that John Denver wrote that some people won't ever have heard because they didn't get radio play. There's even one song that we're doing that's the last song John wrote that he never recorded. And so we do that song on a regular basis in our show because John wanted his music to be heard. And I think that's important that we cover the whole gamut, you know, from the early hits to the last song he wrote.
That's amazing. What do you think, before we end this, this specific period of talking, that people will get the most from your concert at the Crest?
I think they'll feel those messages. I think it gives you hope. It's a good feel. It's something that they can share with the whole family because it's a matinee. But, you know, John's music is uplifting. Always has been, always will be. It's timeless. And I think you come, if you're looking to lift your spirits, this is the place to be.
Absolutely. That's fantastic and so needed today. So
Yes,
thank you for
yes.
that. We're all certainly looking forward to this wonderful tribute performance celebrating the music of John Denver. I'm sure today's program brings back so many memories for you and your loved ones who enjoy these timeless classics, his thoughtful songwriting and his inspiring messages. What better way to embrace the moment than by picking up the phone right now and showing your support for your PBS station, KVIE. Join us for this incredible tribute concert with the great JimCurry, who's bringing his nationally touring program to Sacramento. Here's more.
You're watching John Denver's Rocky Mountain High on PBSKVIE. And when you make a generous contribution in support of the programs on this station, we can thank you with access to exciting event experiences in our region. Join us on Sunday, September 10th at the Crest Theater in Sacramento for a special 3 p.m. matinee performance of Take Me Home, the music of John Denver, starring JimCurry. Experience the wide-ranging catalog of music throughout John Denver's career, from the hidden gems to the well-known classics performed by the nationally touring JimCurry. Contribute $120 to PBSKVIE today, and you'll receive 2 tickets to this tribute concert showcasing the music of the legendary John Denver. Or increase your donation to $150, and you'll receive 2 tickets to the show with prime seating. Plus, you'll be invited to a meet and greet with JimCurry before the show begins. This meet and greet will include a photo opportunity and Q&A with Jim to learn more about his musical journey performing the music of John Denver across the country. Reach out to the number on your screen to make your donation during today's program. Call, text, or contribute online now and go beyond the broadcast with KVIE, your PBS station. Relive the music of John Denver through this incredible tribute coming to Sacramento this September. And thanks.
A day just like today.
All right, I'm back with JimCurry to continue the conversation about the upcoming John Denver tribute performance at the Crest Theater. It's going to be a wonderful Sunday in September. Details to come up on that in just a second, but we were just chatting here during the wonderful program. And you have a meet and greet that comes up at the Crest.
Yes.
What happens during the meet and greet?
A lot of questions.
Okay.
You know, the people want to know a little bit more about me, usually in those. Some people have questions about John and maybe his passion for flying,
Right.
things like that we have some insights with, but a lot of questions about me. You know, for years we've been going, and people have been asking a very common question. And Ann usually gets that out of the way, my wife.
Your wife,
you know,
who's here.
He's here. You know, she always seems to screen a lot of that. Apparently people like to ask her behind the scenes, you know, hey, you know, and they'll ask a question that they're afraid to ask out publicly. And one of them had taken me by surprise because she she answered the question on stage one time.
Okay.
And she walks up, she says, there's a question everybody's asking me. It must be a secret. I'm not going to tell you the question, but here's the answer. And she walks over, she grabs my hair, and she just yanks my hair almost to making me fall over. Yes, the hair is real.
Okay, that's fantastic.
So that's one of the funny questions. But
that's good. I thought you were going to say, they ask, since she's Anne, if you sing Annie's song to her.
I did.
And if you do,
that's right.
what do you feel when you sing that?
Oh, it's such a great love song, of commitment to somebody. And John
42
wrote it,
years you've been with
that's
her.
Right, 43.
43.
Don't get me in trouble. But
you were 2 when y'all met.
I sang Annie's song to her at our wedding.
Oh.
And so we're really connected with that music.
That's so sweet. When's her birthday?
December 31st.
Which is?
Same as John Denver's.
Okay, I mean, come on, you can't make this up. Now, you let people ask questions. I
do.
have my own.
Okay.
Have you met any of John Denver's family or wives? He had 2.
Of course, yes, yeah. I've met Annie. I've met their children, Zach and Anna Kate, from Annie's relationship that they adopted those 2.
Wonderful.
And we've met both of them. I was part of the induction of John into the Colorado Music Hall of Fame.
Nice.
And Annie was a big part of that, of course, and the children were there, as well as John's second wife. After he divorced Annie, a few years later, he married an Australian girl, Cassandra Delaney. And she was a daughter of a famous actress in Australia. And they've come to California, and we had our shows in Hollywood. And Cassandra called me, says, my mom's in town, can I bring her to the show?
Wow.
So we met that.
What a compliment. And I have to ask you, did his wives like you better?
There wasn't enough time to find out.
Okay, what about, and joking aside, we'll continue with some wonderful questions about this same topic, the meet and greet, including what the children had to say to you. Okay, thanks for this great time with you and the music of John Denver coming to Sacramento, the tribute for all of us to enjoy. Now's your opportunity to reach out to PBSKVIE and secure your seats to the show as a thank you gift for your support to the PBSKVIE station. You will get those tickets. So now it's time to head back to the show for Act 3 of Rocky Mountain High, and thanks. Wow, such a wonderful concert featuring a great songwriter, performer, and communicator. Clearly, audiences love John Denver in today's concert film, and his legacy continues through present day for all of us. I am pleased to tell you that PBSKVIE has arranged for a special tribute concert with nationally touring performer JimCurry, bringing the beloved music of John Denver right here to our region for you. Take a look.
You're watching John Denver's Rocky Mountain High on PBSKVIE. And when you make a generous contribution in support of the programs on this station, we can thank you with access to exciting event experiences in our region. Join us on Sunday, September 10th at the Crest Theater in Sacramento for a special 3 p.m. matinee performance of Take Me Home, the music of John Denver, starring JimCurry. Experience the wide-ranging catalog of music throughout John Denver's career, from the hidden gems to the well-known classics performed by the nationally touring JimCurry. Contribute $120 to PBSKVIE today, and you'll receive 2 tickets to this tribute concert showcasing the music of the legendary John Denver. Or increase your donation to $150, and you'll receive 2 tickets to the show with prime seating. Plus, you'll be invited to a meet and greet with JimCurry before the show begins. This meet and greet will include a photo opportunity and Q&A with Jim to learn more about his musical journey performing the music of John Denver across the country. Reach out to the number on your screen to make your donation during today's program. Call, text, or contribute online now and go beyond the broadcast with KVIE, your PBS station. Relive the music of John Denver through this incredible tribute coming to Sacramento this September. And thanks.
A day just like today.
I'm here with JimCurry, who is joining me in the studio to talk about his upcoming John Denver tribute concert coming to the Crest. It's going to be fantastic. And Jim, thank you so much for sharing so much of your time and your music and memories with us, and of course with you when you come to the Crest. You must see all ages come to your show.
Yes, this music, was a voice of a generation, of my generation, I think, but it has expanded. It's like 3 generations, because there's the grandparents, my generation, and now the kids. And the music has been recently used in so many films, in the gaming world. We have now a huge span of all these generations. And the show has worked really well for that. Just last month, there was a couple that was sharing their memory of their first concert with John Denver as kids, and now they were there with their little girl, and it was her very first concert. And so they were thrilled.
Of any concert.
Of any concert. So it really was a family thing, and it's a tradition that is carried on. We've had families that have talked about John's music and how that's been the binding thing, even then as the kids grew into adult. Their road trips were so memorable because it was the road trip for vacation every year with Dad and Mom, and it was John's music that they're all sitting there singing while they're going down the road.
Wow, that's beautiful. I want to ask you in a moment to tell me about some of the feelings that you have personally about the connection with your music and with John Denver. But I want to ask you now to talk about the feeling during the concerts and what people can expect at the Crest, Sunday in September.
Well, being in that beautiful theater and with the videos and the music, it's very uplifting. It is a spiritual feeling. You have that meaningful lyrics. The lyrics are so touching. When I'm performing, I feel that way. It's what makes the songs relate so closely to me, my life, and all that. But at the theater, in a live show, with so many people feeling together, there's a real unity that this music binds people, in a common feelings.
Wow.
So I think you come away feeling very positive. It's a very positive message stuff.
That's wonderful. I can't wait. I mean that. I cannot wait. The gift levels are on your screen right now, and this is your opportunity to relive the memories of this incredible music of John Denver through the amazing talents of JimCurry and his incredible concert and his tribute. We have 2 levels available for you to enjoy this matinee experience, one of which includes access to a pre-show meet and greet with Jim as well, and also the best seats PBSKVIE has available. Come on board with us right now with your membership contribution, and we'd love to say thank you with tickets to see this show. Jim, in our final moments together, I do have to ask you that you mentioned the feeling in the concert and the spirit of the concert. Do you personally feel at times during your shows a connection as if literally there were?
I don't think I would go that far.
Okay.
I do feel so, immersed in the message. They're part of my life. They're the soundtrack of my life. So many different things.
And they were.
And they were. And so I think they're still relevant. I think there's still a connection to a new generation. So many of the messages are timeless. I just feel that I'm emotionally immersed in it to the point that I understand when John was singing it, and I could feel that. I understand when I would go to his concerts and sing along with him. I feel that reverberation.
That's beautiful. That's
and
beautiful.
So I think it's that.
And you also, I do have to say that it's the ultimate way to honor a friendship from a distance, if you will, the soundtrack of your life, to be able to continue on the tribute and the legacy of this. PBS, we have such a connection with John Denver's specials over the years.
Oh, yes.
What do you think it is about PBS and John Denver and JimCurry that are such a good fit?
I think that's a great question, because John was not just a singer-songwriter. His life embodied so many philanthropic concepts. He started the World Hunger Project. He started Planet 2000, replanting trees, indigenous trees. All these things were way before their time, but they were him giving in another way. And I think PBS and John live that same thing. PBS is a way of supporting that good ideas and concepts and living, good content that PBS offers. And John was really good about donating his time, his talents. He had a saying where he said, "I do what I do, and you do what you do." At whatever level that is, and all together, it makes a difference.
That's beautiful. He showed that caring was what it was about, and that caring should not be controversial.
Right.
I have to ask you, do you have an enduring lesson in you that John may have taught you?
I think it is about humanity. It is about people. It's about recognizing that you can disagree, but still recognize that they're human, that they're people, that they all have a place in this earth, and that we all contribute to the existence that we live. I think those are good lessons.
And that's the power of music and of what you do so well. I'm so touched by you.
Thank you.
Really am. I'm honored to be here with you. And we're going to basically leave it here. I could talk to you all day, but JimCurry, it's been such a pleasure to have you here. Truly, we thank you for your time, and for Ann, who's in the control room. You're a wife of almost 43 years.
She's part of the show.
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
Right.
And we, of course, have to say thank you. Thank you for watching, and we hope to see you there the Sunday in September. I certainly hope that you have taken this opportunity to reach out to us here at PBSKVIE and secure your seats to the upcoming concert with Jim in September. In doing so, you're not only supporting PBSKVIE with your generosity, but you're also supporting the performing arts of our region. Together, we make great things happen, and we continue to be so grateful for your participation as a viewer and as a member. And now, Jim and I leave you with one final segment from today's concert special, Rocky Mountain High. Enjoy.